What would happen if the moon disappeared? Imagine waking up tomorrow night, looking into the sky, and the moon is just gone. No explosion, no warning, it simply vanished. At first, it might not seem like a huge deal. After all, the moon doesn't provide heat like the sun, and we don't exactly rely on it to survive. Right. Well, not quite. If the moon suddenly disappeared, life on Earth would change in ways that most people never imagine. Let's start with the most obvious effect, the night sky. Without the moon, nights would become dramatically darker. A full moon is bright enough to light up landscapes, help animals hunt, and even allow humans to travel without artificial light. Remove it, and only the stars would remain. It would be beautiful, but incredibly dark. But that's only the beginning. The moon's gravity is responsible for most of Earth's tides. Right now, the moon constantly pulls on our oceans, creating the familiar high and low tides. If it disappeared, the sun would still create tides, but they'd only be around 1/3 as strong. That might sound like a small difference, but it would completely reshape coastal ecosystems. Countless species, from crabs and shellfish to seabirds, depend on tidal zones to survive. Entire food chains would be disrupted, affecting fisheries and potentially even human food supplies. Next comes something much more surprising. The moon acts like a giant stabilizer for Earth's rotation. Our planet is tilted by about 23.5 degrees, and the moon helps keep that tilt relatively stable. Without it, Earth's axis could begin to wobble unpredictably over thousands or even millions of years. That wobble could cause extreme climate changes. Imagine regions that are tropical today becoming frozen wastelands, or deserts suddenly receiving constant rainfall. Seasons could become far more extreme, making it much harder for many plants and animals, including us, to adapt. Thankfully, these changes wouldn't happen overnight, but they would reshape the planet over geological timescales. There's another consequence that's easy to overlook. The length of our day. The moon is slowly slowing Earth's rotation through a process called tidal braking. Every century, our days become just a tiny bit longer. If the moon disappeared today, that braking effect would stop. Earth's rotation would remain much more stable, but over billions of years, our days would stay shorter than they otherwise would have become. Now let's look up again. Solar and lunar eclipses would become a thing of the past. No more total lunar eclipses where the moon glows red. No more breathtaking total solar eclipses where the moon perfectly covers the sun. One of nature's most spectacular events would simply never happen again. The disappearance of the moon would also affect wildlife. Many animals use moonlight to navigate, hunt, mate, or migrate. Sea turtles rely on the bright horizon over the ocean to find their way after hatching. Corals time their mass spawning events with lunar cycles. Even some predators and prey adjust their behavior depending on how bright the moon is. Without it, countless species would have to adapt or risk disappearing. Humans would notice changes too. Our calendars, cultures, religions, myths, and festivals have all been shaped by the moon for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations tracked time using lunar cycles. The words month and moon even share the same linguistic roots. Removing the moon wouldn't just change science, it would erase one of humanity's oldest companions. But here's the biggest question. Would Earth itself survive? The answer is yes. The planet wouldn't suddenly fly out of orbit or be destroyed. Earth would continue circling the sun almost exactly as it does today. Life would go on. But over time, weaker tides, changing climates, disrupted ecosystems, darker nights, and the loss of one of nature's greatest stabilizers would slowly transform our world into a very different place. It's amazing to think that something hanging nearly 384,000 kilometers away has such a huge influence on life here on Earth. So next time you see the moon rising above the horizon, remember, it's not just a beautiful object in the night sky. It's one of the reasons our planet is the way it is. And without it, Earth would never be the same. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the